This is a new segment to my channel, so if you want to find out what I'm talking about, well then you know what to do. Stay tuned. Hello, I'm Scott and this is the Scenturion. Now today, as I said in the intro, I'm going to be bringing you something slightly different. Usually I bring you full bottles and things like that, but I get sent lots and lots of samples from, and I buy lots of different samples from different companies that you may not have heard of, but I get sent a lot from friends as well. And I wanted to highlight a few of my friends and some of the fragrances that they sent me. So every once in a while I'm going to be picking someone who sent me a bunch of stuff and highlighting their channel and also talking about the fragrances that they sent me. So let's get on with it. Right, now this is from, I was sent these from the amazing Lizzie from Rose & Jones. Now if you've not already checked her channel out, then you need to go over there and do it. I will leave a link in the description. She's got a fantastic way of explaining fragrances, the way she tells the story, and it just really draws you deeper into the fragrance, and she's just fantastic. So let's get on with the fragrances. I've got them in here. We will start off with, and I have smelled these briefly, but we will start off with Penhaligon's The Impotent Cousin Matthew. As you can see, and she sent me a big chunk there. I actually wore this last night as well. I'll give you the notes in a minute, but good spray. In fact, I'll tell you the notes because there's only 3 notes listed, and it's mandarin, petitgrain and patchouli. So let's start off with, you get a huge hit of petitgrain. This is the main thing. Now the one thing I will say about this is the Impotent Cousin Matthew, the name of it does not marry up with the fragrance. There's nothing that's like rude or obnoxious about this fragrance at all. This is a really easy wear. It's got the normal, what I would say, Penhaligon's DNA underneath it. There's a slight powderiness and a classiness to it. And that mandarin, I don't necessarily get mandarin as such, but I do get citruses and like a bergamot, which isn't listed, but this is just what I think it smells like. It's fresh, vibrant, clean, and it's perfect for this weather, for the stifling heat. It really is. I mean, you could wear it on a hot summer's evening as well, and it would be fantastic. It's not in your face. It's not going to offend anyone, and it is a damn good fragrance, to be quite honest. Whether it's worth £205 for a 75ml, I don't know. I don't think I would be paying that, but that said, it is a very nice fragrance. So if you do get the chance to try it and you want something that's going to be fresh for the summer, then Penhaligon's The Impotent Cousin Matthew. Now, on to the next one. This one is from the house of Olfactive Studios, and it's Rose Shot. Now, those of you that know me know that I'm pretty crazy about rose and all different types of rose fragrances. And this is an amazing fragrance. It really is. I will spray it on that arm, and it starts off with a really a fresh, realistic rose. Now, as it starts to dry down slightly, I get, some of us get colours when they're smelling, and I get like a pink, a white, and a yellow rose. That's what I envisage, and yeah, it's definitely the whiteness. So I can imagine them roses in a vase of fresh water, and there's a sparkling nature to it as well. Not overly effervescent, but it's like You know, when you look at a glass of lemonade and you see it over the rim, you just see them little bubbles just popping over the edge. That's what I get from it. And again, this would be a beautiful fragrance in this hot heat. As it dries down, you start to get more of a woodiness to it, and that's like based upon where the rose is being lifted up, even more so, I would say. The woodiness really does bring out the character of the rose. It's absolutely beautiful, and there is a slight fruitiness to this as well. Not sharp, but bordering on sharp. So you've got the sweetness of the rose, and it's not like a dark rose or anything, and then you've got the sharpness of what I think is probably bergamot, and the two together. In fact, I haven't read the notes out, have I? Right, the top notes are pink pepper, bergamot, and LME, and then in the mids we've got Turkish rose, white florals, and then in the base we've got atlas cedar, oak moss, and gaiac wood. Yeah, that's pretty much what I said, isn't it? And yeah, that's what you get. Once it starts to, if you lose that sharpness at the beginning, it starts to settle down and heat up on your skin. That's when the woods start to play their part and works really well with the rose. And the white florals, I don't know what their white florals are, whether there's a little bit of jasmine in there, I don't know. I don't really detect any, but I just like to think there's some white rose in there, because I like rose. So yes, that is Olfactive Studios Rose Shot. Now on to the last one, and this one is by the house of Mask Milano, and it is Madeleine. There you have that, and I shall spray this up on this arm here. This is a different animal altogether. Now the idea of this fragrance came about a scent memory, should we say, of having Madeleine cakes in a coffee shop, basically, and that is exactly what I get. They're the Madeleine cakes. I don't know which side they are, where I've put them. We've all had them, I think. They've got that vanilla sponginess to it, it's beautiful. And this got notes of whipped cream, chestnut, and cumin. And then in the midst is tuberose, cypress, and geranium. And then in the base is milk, vanilla pod, tonka, and musk. Now, to me, I get, right at the beginning, I get quite a strong coffee note. No notes of coffee listed, but that's what I get. It's sort of like the bitterness of a freshly poured coffee. It then starts to cream up as it heats up. I get white chocolate. I'd like to think I get white chocolate anyway, and like the coffee and the chocolate is, I can see where the coffee shop is, and having all the different cakes, you know, the choice of all the different cakes. I don't pick up on the chestnut, but what I do get is a nuttiness. So it's almost like if you was to have a specialty coffee and a cake with some kind of nuts on, but I don't necessarily get chestnut. Now, I've spoken to a few other people and they do get it, so it's just me. Cumin, I don't pick up any of that at all. The tuberose, there is a slight floralness to it. I don't pick up any cypress. Or I just get that coffee. Sorry, there's a wasp around there and I hate wasps. I usually do a runner at that point. I kept calm. I get the coffee, I get the chocolate, I get the creaminess, the whipped cream, and it does evoke a feeling of being in a coffee shop. I think that this would be ideal around the holiday season, around Christmas time. This would go down so well. It's a bit too hot, I think, for it now, but it's a rich, deep fragrance, and it's absolutely beautiful. Now, bearing in mind, I've only it's only my second time smelling these, so these are they are not full reviews. These are just like first or second take on them, but they are the 3 that were kindly given to me by Lizzie from Rose & Jones. So like I said, give her a look, and if you did like this video, please like, comment and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell down below, and keep safe out there, and I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you very much.